Um, when I went to get my birth certificate one time, twice actually, the first one said Cape Verdean, but then I lost my birth certificate. I had to go back, and then the woman put color, and I said, wait a minute, it said Cape Verdean the first one. Why did she put color? And of course she was white, and she was saying because that's what you are. I said, okay, I left it alone. I left it alone because I am color. I'm not white, so I'm color. I'm brown. So, and consider myself African American? No, I do not consider myself African American. I do consider myself a multicultural woman because I am a multicultural. I remember when we used to live in Cambridge, my stepfather had moved us to Cambridge, and it was a nice area, so he thought, and they used to throw rocks at us, rocks, bottles, and all kinds of stuff, because me and my sister were light skinned, and they thought that we had white enough. I had long hair, my sister didn't, and it wasn't that long, but it was long enough because it got cut because I remember someone had put gum to my hair, assuming that I had white in me. So they started putting gum in my hair, gum, dog stuff in my hair. And I have a very hard time in the black community. And it was very interesting because I'm like, well, gee, I thought we were supposed to be together. That's what I'm saying. And that never happened. But I remember when I went to the Black Library back in the day, they called it the Black Library, and that was called. It was like a Muslim. It was a Muslim thing. Um, Part of the Black Panther, believe it or not. I got kicked out because I was so into. They call me. How do you say it? Woman. I was into woman power and just like that. And being a light skinner, I wasn't supposed to say that. Long hair. I supposed to wrap my hair up. I didn't wrap my hair up. I had my hair down. I was gonna be who I am. Walk in tall and be who I am. And I didn't like the fact that they were telling us that we have to sit in the back and the men sit in front. I didn't agree with that. So me as a woman, well, a little girl at the time, I went up there and tell them what's going on. The woman was right. They was like going along with me because they was like, they went along with it. Um, they didn't like that. But you're not supposed to speak your piece. You're supposed to be quiet. I wasn't having it. I was speaking my piece. Funny thing about it, I was supposed to be the deaf girl in there, but I was speaking my piece at the deaf girl, loud as I could. I was making it so loud. It was like, well, as we was little, we spoke Hebrew when we was little. We used to speak Hebrew for for the Black Panther. We spoke Hebrew, and it was interesting. I like that. It was like speaking a different language in Hebrew. We also speak Arab back then, and then as I got a little older, my grandmother she used to speak a little Cherokee, and my father's side he speak Portuguese, Creole Portuguese. So it's like it was all mixed up. Then I have to say, wait a minute, I have to find out who I am as an individual. So I started saying sign language. So I was learning different things, the different parts. I don't know how I managed to get some of it, but I got some of it. And then when I got a little older, I speak a lot of Spanish because I hang up with a lot of Spanish speaking. You know, I was more accepted by them than anybody else. I don't know exactly, but it was more like I blend right in with them, with the Hispanic. I didn't blend at all with the black, but I blend right in with the Spanish, like automatically. When they speak to me, I understand it. Didn't know I understand that. And I was speaking in Portuguese, but they were speaking in Spanish. So I don't know how that worked back then. I just know that I blend right in. It was like it's almost like they welcome you, like you were part of them. You knew that you were accepted. You're one of us. That's what it was. You were one of us. And I just knew I was like, oh, I'm one of them. Okay. because I didn't understand why I wasn't the blacks did not accept me no matter how hard I tried. I didn't try too hard because after a while I got tired of trying. Oh, you one of those? Okay, let me just go on to somewhere where I can be who I can be comfortable with, and I also be comfortable with people who multicultural, with the Asian, the Japanese, the Lebanon people. I mean, I got a lot of comfort with different nationalities as opposed to African American. I did not get along with them at all, which is very interesting. When I write something about, I didn't write something about that. I wrote it called the black and brown. We need to be together, the black and brown. And I wanted to be the black and brown to understand that we are one. We're not two, we're one. And then there's another poem when I wrote about why you hate us so much when you don't even know us. And that one was about how white folk assume that they know everything, who they did so much damage to the black, and the black who don't even understand what they're doing to their own people, and they're doing what their white people are doing. So it's a struggle here. So I put that in my poem. Why you hate us so much when you don't even know us? That's for both black and white. And I don't consider myself black because although we are black, because they're gonna identify as black regardless. So in their eyes, they see it as a black person, but they don't see it as what ethnic are we are. They just see it as color. Nothing else matters. The skin of you is what they see. So that's why you have to break it down to tell people, hold up, let them know who and what you are. So they're like, oh, back up a little bit. Because they put a square on you, and I have to let them know. I'm not in here to be in the box. So, yeah. And I have multicultural on both sides of my family, my mother and my father. My mother is Polynesia, Han Chinese Native American. My father is Cape Verdean Brazilian Native American. My grandparents, which is my grandmother, who happened to be part my mother's mother, Polynesia Han Chinese, and her father is Native American, which is Cherokee Blackfoot Sioux, which is Native American. On my father's side, he's Cape Verdean Brazilian. That's all I know about that part. I'm going to back my grandparents' ancestors. I'm going to back where they are. And that's my root, where they are. Both my parents. That's what I'm going where they are.